The book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 7. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, Come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the full part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with pestilence, goes into disease, and with the beasts of the earth. Second Esdras, chapter 15, and verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Hawashai, Bahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen. Begin with 144,000 preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. Let me go ahead and get this one, man. Because I can't pull both of them up. It's the news, not the news break, but this app right here won't allow you to split screen it. So I'll just do this one first, Father, how it will. So it's more and more diseases that's claiming lives, right? That's claiming lives, all right? It says, ABC News 7 hours ago, man in this state believed to be first known death from tick-linked meat allergy. And remember, we reported on this a while back, all right? How these things are going to attack the food. Okay, these ticks, most definitely the beef, all right? And people are going to become sick, ill, even to the point of death, all right? It says a New Jersey man is believed to be the first documented death from alpha-gal syndrome, a meat allergy triggered by tick bites. The man, a 47-year-old airline pilot, was otherwise healthy, according to a case study from researchers at the University of Virginia School of Medicine and Hackensack Meridian Health in New Jersey. Now remember, we're in the time as we read the second Esdras 15 and 49, which is going into Revelation 6, the pale horse, which is the time of calamities. And death, the word death goes into pestilence. All right? Now remember, these plagues, a lot of people are going to die because of these plagues. All right? So remember, they open up the government. People think they're good, but they don't understand what bills were being signed and what's taking place. All right? And also these people thinking they're a comfort. Hey, do y'all know a lot of people on Section 8 getting kicked out? Yeah, these people, the government shut down. The people that own these properties, they're like, no. That's it. Nope. Done. Police officers showing up to their cribs, telling them, hey, they got to be out. Hey, they moving quick, man. It's a lot of stuff going on that's not being talked about. So you got to go to the other sources, man. That mainstream media in America ain't gonna tell you nothing but what they want you to know. And what they want you to know is what they want you to think. All right? So they try to control you with their media. So you got to go outside outlets, true reporters. Right? These things are going on. All right? But what they are reporting on is like these things like this, pestilences, and things of that nature. All right? To push fear. All right? Hey, to get people to rely more on the system, which, hey, that's what's going to constantly break them down and get them destroyed. As we read, we're also in the time of pestilences, meaning diseases. All right? So something's going to hit. All right? And people going to really be terrified because of people oofing, man. And don't forget, hey, this what, year 5 of the CV and what people allow within themselves to keep their jobs and things of that nature out of fear. Hey, man, hey, people dropping dead, man. All right, cardiovascular issues. They land in pools of blood. Okay? athletes dropping, middle school, high school, collegiate. You know, these things are going down. Everybody got turbo cancer. What y'all think that is, man? I mean, this ain't, I'm not a medical professional, and neither is these people wearing white coats. But we could put two and two together and get four. All right. Remember, hey, we brought these reports out by way of the Holy Spirit, by the ones who really are involved in that field, not who mainstream media put forth, who just went to Walmart and got a damn white lab coat and made a name tag with children stickers sitting in front of books and brick walls like they smart. It says, in summer 2024, he went camping with his wife and children. A few hours after eating beefsteak for dinner, the man awoke with abdominal discomfort, which later led to diarrhea and vomiting. And don't forget, down there in Mexico, they're saying that their beef is tainted, and they're pretty much cutting off the beef supply because of that. We reported on this like a couple months ago. Excuse me, I got some herbal candy in my mouth. All right, open up your lungs, soothe your lungs, things of that nature, your throat. It says his condition eventually improved, and although he spoke with his wife about consulting a doctor, they ultimately decided against it. 2 weeks later, in September, the man and his wife attended a barbecue in New Jersey, during which he ate a hamburger. Me personally, I haven't eaten beef, I know, every bit of 5 or 6 years. It says, for hours later, the man was found unconscious on the floor of his bathroom. Paramedics attempted to resuscitate the man and transfer him to a hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. The cause of the death was initially ruled as sudden, unexplained death. After inconclusive results, the man's wife provided the autopsy report to a doctor, who forwarded it to an allergy specialist. The specialist used blood samples to identify that the man had an extreme reaction to alpha-gal, in line with fatal anaphylaxis or allergic reaction, according to the case study published in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology and Practice. Let me see. Okay, I was just about to look it up. That's why I scrolled down to see if they were going to say what it is. But yeah, they got it. When asked if he had been bitten by ticks, his wife said he had in the past, and that earlier in the summer, he has at least 12 to 15 chicken bites around his ankles. Researchers said that in the eastern U.S., what are sometimes referred to as chiggers are often larvae of Lone Star ticks. Yeah, I remember that. That don't really popping in like 2020. It says alpha-gal syndrome, AGS, is a serious, potentially life-threatening allergic reaction that arises after people eat red meat or consume products with alpha-gal, a type of sugar found in most mammals, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. All right, so start soon looking for a shortage of red meat, more shortages of red meat, man, and higher prices. All right. When it's a lack of supply, man, they raise the prices up to try to make the money off of it. And also, I believe they importing beef from Argentina, but that's for the restaurants. That's really not for store purchases. That's for the restaurants, for the better quality food. All right, no, not McDonald's and Wendy's. They don't give a damn about y'all. All right, they're not bringing in that prime beef to be selling it for a couple dollars. The syndrome is typically caused by tick bites, most often from Lone Star ticks, which transfer alpha-gal into a patient's body and in turn triggers an immune system response. So you can read the rest of it. That's the point. So also you got how many people died? Let's look this up, man. This was earlier last week. A lot of people died from listeria. Listeria deaths. Uh, it says in AI overview in 2025, there have been 6 deaths linked to a multi-state listeria outbreak associated with prepared pasta meals sold at grocery stores like Kroger, and these pasta meals got beef in it. It says Albertsons and Trader Joe's outbreak has resulted in a total of 27 illnesses and 25 hospitalizations across 18 states, with the most recent illness on set in October 2025. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are investigating, and several brands have issued recalls for affected brands. As you see, key details of the outbreak: total deaths 6, illnesses 27, hospitalizations 25, affected states 18. Last illness onset October 16, 2025. Read up part. Linked to food, prepared pasta meals, including those sold at Albertsons, Kroger, Sprouts Farmers Market, and Trader Joe's, are the source of the outbreak. So you see, it says investigation. The FDA and CDC are investigating the outbreak and have recalled various products. So you see, it's a lot of plagues is out. Okay, sicknesses and death. All right. So we in that time, man. Hey, let's get this one right here. 3 hours ago. Let's try to pull it up again. I like to read them headlines. Let's do it like this, y'all. First, U.S. not 3 hours ago. First U.S. human bird flu case in 9 months, confirmed strain only in animals before. See, it was only in animals before. Let's read. They've been talking about this for years. All right? Remember, the guy on TV said, it's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to even consider. And we told y'all about where the Holy Spirit at. No, when they say it's nothing to worry about, they're going to use it. All right? And we're in the times where they're going to use all forms of disease and plagues, man. All right? And a lot of people are going to be dropping dead, which I believe is truly from the you-know-what. But I could be wrong. It's not about me being right, but it only makes sense. And for them to blame on these other things so people can, for once, stop buying this food. Number 2, throw it away if they got it because they're scared they're going to get sick. So they can go depend on the government more and more to do what? Say, now this meat is better. All right? This is a better meat. All right? Hey, going into the tracking your carbon footprint. Excuse me. You just relying on this system, man. All right? So they want to get rid of that illusion of choice. And said, no, you can only eat this amount and have this amount on you. All right? So it's all about control. It's all about control. A Washington State resident has tested positive for bird flu, marking the first human case confirmed in the U.S. in 9 months. It says, what did it do? It jumped on me. I'm not going to read all of it. I got a thing for redhead. Anyway, it says the patient, who is an older adult with underlying health conditions, developed symptoms including high fever, confusion, and respiratory distress, was hospitalized in early November, according to the Washington State Department of Health. Testing confirmed the patient has H5N5, a strain of bird flu that has previously been reported in animals but never before in humans. According to the Washington State Department of Health, however, officials said the risk to the public is low, and they've been telling y'all that for years. Remember, they say it's only from animals to animals, but then it got to the point where it says it could be transferred from animals to humans, and it said people who own chickens and things of that nature really need to be careful. All right? So they putting all the heat on what? Ranchers, those who raise their own chickens. And remember, people were culling their chickens. You see? Those that knew what was going on, they kept theirs, and they still here. Let that sink in, right? So you see, it's all about control. All right. It says, testing confirmed the patient has. Yeah, we just read that. Bird flu. Yep, because we started calling it bee wings. I started calling it bee wings. Bird flu is continuing to spread in animals across the U.S. Here's what you need to know. And also, the weather has been mighty funny too. I mean, crazy. 60s. Then it'll be in the 30s. Then it'll be back in the 60s. Then it'll be in the 30s again. So your body up and down. All right? So we're in a time where we really need to use the herbs that's of the earth, man. The medicine of the earth. This is not medical advice. It's just, wise counsel about what the Holy Spirit, man. But most definitely praying to Yahweh Shema Shai while using the herbs from the earth, man. It says, bird flu is continuing to spread in animals across the U.S. Here's what you need to know. No other identifiable information about the patient was made available, including name, age, or sex. The confirmation also marks the first human case of bird flu in the state this year, according to health officials. So, just watch out for all this stuff, man. Cause, they could be using. What the hell is all this? Anyway, it says an investigation is on the way to determine how the patient became infected, including determining if they came into contact with wild or domestic birds. You see? They're starting it up again. The patient has a mixed backyard flock of domestic poultry at their home that had exposure to wild birds. Health officials say that domestic poultry or wild birds are the most likely source of exposure. Public health officials are also contacting anyone the patient may have been in close contact. So here we go with this again. So, just be circumspect, man, because they could be using these things again. But we know most definitely we're in a time of pestilences going into diseases. Health officials say there is currently no risk to the public and that WSDOH is working with local health departments and healthcare facilities to support the investigation. Two things for the public really to understand about this is that the risk to the general public is very low, and we've never had human-to-human transmission. State epidemiologist Dr. Scott Lindquist said in a media briefing on Thursday, "We don't want to be the first, obviously, and we're going to be careful and make sure that we're not missing that." All right? So, I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Stay prayed up in the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. Be circumspect and, the same things that we used to report on or we were reporting on and have reported on in the past, they're going to bring them, as we told you back then about what the Holy Spirit, they're going to use them same plagues. Eventually, they're going to use them same plagues. And don't forget, BG said that, the first one didn't scare you, the next one will. All right? So don't forget those words, man. All right? But we know that us as a whole elect, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. It's going to be protected during these times. Let's close out with that Psalms 91. All right? Because we need the words of comfort, man, by way of the Holy Spirit, man. Psalms 91:1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. That's the truth. I would say of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God Yahweh. In him will I trust. Not man, not self, but Yahweh Shema Shai. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth, this word, knowing that you're a Hebrew Israelite, serving Yahweh Shema Shai in truth and sincerity, understanding the true doctrine. Remember, the truth shall set you free. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler, meaning protection. All right? It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, them bullets, gunfire, the sword, nor from the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. You see, that pestilence that walketh in darkness is the things that's floating in the air that you can't see. So this is what they're pushing. Remember, a lot of people gonna be what? Dropping dead. Verse 7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. All right? And this is the time of judgment. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. You see? So this is the time where Yahweh Shema Shah is judging Babylon and 2/3 of Israel. Because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague, calamity, which includes pestilence and diseases, come nigh thy dwelling. He shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. I mean, hey, the Comforter, man, the Holy Spirit. All right? Yahweh Shema Shah got angels assigned to brothers and sisters of the faith. All right? They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stones. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my what? Name. God, Jesus, Most High, Christ, blessed, Ahia, Shia, Yahuwah, Joshua, Yehovah, Yeshu, and all this Metalot, Lemon, and all that. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. You finished. It says, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, and show him my salvation. Hey, that word satisfy, man, that's a bad word, man. I mean, bad as in dope. Yahweh Shema Shah said what? With long life and satisfy him. That word satisfy in the Hebrew, it says what? Sabai. I know I dropped that up. Anyway, it says sate, that is filled to satisfaction, literally or figuratively, have enough, feel full, self, be the full of, have plenty, satiate, you need to be saturated, satisfied with, suffice, be weary of, satisfied, feel full, plenty, enough, sufficed, you see? So the elect are most definitely going to be satisfied, comforted during these times, all right? Well, I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay prayed up in the names of Yahweh Shema Shah. Shalom.